okay, you know what, I want to buy the whole table.
Personally wish I became an entrepreneur before I became an entrepreneur. You're not living in central area. Every other place you're living is not Abuja. I mean, they know that dollar is high. They are living in this country with us. They know that dollar is high. From the so-called Lekki and all that, they have bad roads, they have bad water.
Side hustles are very important, I think. What do you think?
Bro, I highly recommend, I highly recommend like side jobs, as many as possible, because I honestly believe the money can never be too much.
Yeah.
As you're solving one problem, another one is coming. That's how life is. So I honestly encourage like everyone. I mean, regarding the profession you're venturing into, I just really encourage everyone to have like multiple sources of income.
Yeah.
It will greatly help. There's this respect that this kind of, what they call it, I won't say audacity, but like there's this kind of confidence.
I would call it audacity, actually. I think audacity is the word.
There's this kind of confidence that you build for yourself, like when you know you have money, when you know you can sort your shit yourself. It's great, honestly.
There's something we call what's that word? Like to the word.
What word is that?
Like, is it younger money? Like,
vex money.
Vex money. Yes.
Vex
always
money.
Have vex money. Like always have vex money, because and it's just one of those things you have to do for yourself as a person. You don't do it for anybody else, do it for yourself. Always have the vex money. Never ever go out if you don't have enough money to vex and say, okay, you know what, I want to buy the whole table. And
like as a rich young girl, basically, there's a certain caliber of men that you will attract and you will entertain. You can't be broke and be demanding the most. So as a rich girl, there's a certain caliber of men that would be able to approach you. And I don't know, it's just a flex for me.
Yeah.
I may be wrong.
What about side hustle? What are some of the side hustles that you would recommend for anybody who wants to start one?
So personally, I'm a hair vendor.
Big purr.
I have a brand. Zelox Hair.
Zelox Air. Bring it closer so that people can see. So
please shop my brand. Shop my brand, guys. Shop my brand. But I'm going to show you guys this hair. Shop my brand. Zelox
Air. They have some of the most amazing hair
for really good prices. Trust me. Anyways, but aside being like a hair vendor, I usually do tell people that I believe that there's a lot of money in being a nail technician or a nail artist and all of that, because you see young girls these days, everybody has their nails and their lashes done, and there's a whole lot of money. And personally, I feel like the capital to start a nail business is very cheap for the amount of money you make when you're a nail technician. So I mean, I would say being a nail artist, and then there's real estate. These people are making mad money. These people are cashing out, selling one house and making millions. God willing.
Yeah.
So there's that as well.
There's also digital jobs as well,
and tech jobs. I mean, everybody
jobs.
just feel like tech people are mostly guys.
No,
I mean,
not in
if you can't,
2023. And also, a
2023
popular misconception is that you have to code to do tech. That's not true. You can be a non-coding tech person. You don't have to write Python or Java or script or whatever. There are different ways that you can be a tech person. You can be a product manager if obviously you find that you like organization, you like bringing people together and all of that. So like, if that is you just have to know what you're good at, basically. Once you understand what you're good at, you can apply your skills into tech as well. Some of the other things like content creating, content writing, those are also tech jobs, and I feel like people don't really understand that these are things that are available for you to pursue in 2023.
A lot of money. I honestly wish I became an entrepreneur before I became an entrepreneur. So I started my business in 2020, and honestly, that's the best decision I've made for myself. Yeah. And I wish I had even started that business longer.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it's what it is, though.
How would you describe, being an entrepreneur in Nigeria, especially like with, the dollar and everything?
I feel like sometimes it gets very depressing.
Yeah.
So, speaking of my business personally, like I said, I have a hair brand, and obviously, like, I'm not like one of the biggest hair vendors yet.
Yeah.
But then again, like, when dollar is so high and like obviously your prices have to go high, sometimes you have to explain to your, I mean, they know that dollar is high. They are living in this country with us, they know that dollar is high. But when you tell them, this is the price of this thing, they are like, how would I pay this thing for? Oh, sis, you know that dollar is high though, like, how do you want me to do it? Do you want me to run at a loss?
Yeah.
It's very challenging. Like, you could literally sell something for this price today, and the next time somebody else is coming and you're telling them, oh no, it's no longer available for this price. It just makes you look unserious. But
it makes you look like you're trying to rip them or something.
Yeah, but it's just the way the country is though.
Every time I say the word rip, I remember what's the name of this guy?
Which guy?
This guy, this popular. I can see his face currently. Don't rip me. Oh god.
Wow,
this guy now, this very notorious singer.
Portable.
Oh! Every time I hear the word rip, it just comes to my head. There, I think I'm almost done.
I'm not even done my birthday. I always used to think that I'm very fast to make up until I met you. Let me decide. I decided I was going to come to Abuja because of a man. That's sad, right?
Is the man still in the picture?
I mean, it's in a picture.
Not in the bigger picture.
Well, I mean, and I honestly don't regret like moving to Abuja because I actually do have like family here and all of that. So, and a whole lot of my friends are in Abuja. So I feel like a man engineered it, but like there were other like reasons I decided to come as well. So yeah. And I think it's the best decision I made because if I wasn't in Abuja, I would have probably been in Lagos. And God forbid I will live in Lagos. That place is the ghetto,
the absolute ghetto. I think it's best for like, just visiting.
Yeah, like when you're bored. Lagos is so fun. It's just for vibes and everything. That place. I was in Lagos last week and I was just seeing their roads, even the so-called Lekki and all of that. They have bad roads, they have bad water.
The decision was solely based off this was like Federal Capital Territory. And in my opinion, at the time, it was the best place to live in Nigeria, and I wanted to live in the best place in Nigeria. It was passing out for me like that. Obviously, I've not lived in other places in Nigeria, so I wouldn't be able to, make a definitive, conclusion. But I think living here is actually really nice.
I enjoy the peace and quiet associated with Abuja, the good roads, the constant lights. I mean, obviously, there are limitations with living in Abuja. But I think that compared to the limitations, the advantages are way higher.
Yeah.
I mean, the limitations are few, and I think that you will still experience those limitations anywhere you are. So one of the limitations with living in Abuja is the rent. You have to be a thief. Like the rent is crazy.
No, but let's tell the people that, you know, it depends on the area though, right? So it depends on where you're trying to live. So if you're trying to live,
if you're not living in central area, every other place you're living is not Abuja, bro. Like, you can't tell me. See, even when Buju said I entered from Abuja to Bagalada,
yeah,
it's not in Abuja.
right.
But Bagalada is in Abuja though. What
Bagalada is actually in Abuja, but like it's like an hour away from the central area. Funny story, I actually did live in Bagalada, and I think that it was a very interesting experience because that was my first introduction to Abuja. So it was like an immediate culture shock when I got there, and I'm like, this place looks like where I was staying looked better than this, and it was like, how did I get here, you know? But then I later realized that, you know, there are different areas to Abuja. There's the central area, which is like, you know, where we have Maitama, we have Wuse, we have like all the highbrow areas, and we also have like, you know, extensions, like, you know, I don't want to shade anybody on this channel, so I'm not going to say those places, but you know, if you know, you know. So depending on like where you eventually decide to stay in Abuja, you know, the rent is going to vary. But on a average, how would you describe like the rents in central area? Because she lives in central area, so
Stay in Maitama.
yeah.
The rent in Maitama is crazy. But the thing is, anytime I tell people I stay in Maitama, they're just looking at me with the eye like, you're staying in Maitama and you're staying alone. Please, I stay in Maitama, but it's a family property. Like,
You guys go by villa.
and there's just this eyebrow that people raise when I say I stay in Maitama. Please, I don't pay rent. Thank you to my dad.
Thank you to my dad. Yeah.
So, but I feel like the rent in central area is crazy. My friends that live in Guarimpa, they pay as high as 2.something million for a 2-bedroom flat. It's crazy, right? Then I heard of a self-call in Guarimpa that you need to pay almost 800,000 for self-call. So imagine you don't have like a job you're doing. Say like you're only depending on whatever minimum wage federal government is going to pay you based on the cost you're studying. How are you going to raise 800 and something thousand naira? And the other basic life challenges that will come alongside. It's crazy.
I think I was really incredibly lucky with my place. Not everybody is going to have that type of luck. So, but I think that the rent here in Abuja and Lagos can be compared. You know, I think that's the only other place here in Nigeria that have like crazy rent.
But you know, like why I like Lagos, so there's already this segregation. There's already the island, the mainland type of thing. So you see relatively cheaper houses on the mainland. But it's like Abuja, there's no segregation. Like everywhere apart from the outskirts is like
Really
it's
expensive.
like it's really expensive. So it's crazy. Except you just tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to live in Maraba, close to Niger State. I'm going to live close to Nasarawa, so I don't have to pay all those ridiculous amounts of money. But yeah, Abuja is really cool. I feel like the weather in Abuja is really extreme. So sometimes when it's hot, it's really hot, and when it's cold, it's really cold. I mean, obviously because of all the rocks we have around, but I would honestly recommend living in Abuja to be honest.
Yeah, definitely 100% we recommend as well. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I love it so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to find any of us on our social media, we're going to be displaying the social media handle on all of our social media platforms below, so do well to follow us. This is us signing out. Bye guys.
Don't forget to like.
Oh yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. When you guys do that, you know, it shows YouTube that you're interested in my content, and then it pushes it to more people. So I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.